Live from the Washington, D.C. area, all empowered citizens need to know about intelligent use of resources, smart governance, inclusive communities, smart industry, and healthy, thriving urbanization. This is Smart Sustainability, the TV talk about shaping a sustainable future in the digital age with Nicolette DeVidar. Good evening. Welcome to Smart Sustainability. I'm Nicolette DeVidar. Thanks for joining us. The COVID-19 shutdown put many businesses on the brink of the abyss. Funding and staying in business have become survival questions for many. Entire industries are being wiped out and changed at the core. New ones are coming into existence. Yes, change may be painful, but it is also the pain that entails the opportunity to grow and move forward. Businesses have a chance to completely reinvent themselves. Aspiring entrepreneurs may be pondering whether now is the right time to venture out. More and more people are tapping into their creative potential to innovate better ways of doing things and adapt to a new, healthier lifestyle. The question for many is where to turn to get funding. I talked with a funding expert in the Washington, D.C. area in July. She has helped and is helping many organizations develop their business and get funding in all capital ranges, from small amounts to multi-million-dollar contracts from foundations, federal and state government grants, and corporations. She has an MBA and a JD from Georgetown and practiced as an attorney for 50 of the world's largest corporations until she decided she wanted to help small businesses and aspiring entrepreneurs in their business development and help them in where to turn to get funding. See what Oveda Hancock shared with us to what to do and where to get the money. I also spoke with a passionate and inspiring entrepreneur, a success story to creativity and staying power, who has created a new market when she set out to live her purpose and dream. Her business helps many people stay positive through what amounts to some of their worst times of their lives. She produces special wigs for people that are undergoing cancer treatments and lost their hair in the process, as well as for other people who are looking for wigs that look naturally as if they grow out of your natural hairline. Laura Waits is a medical hair loss practitioner and owner of we'rehairforyou.com. She specializes in all types of hair loss and overcame every obstacle so far to develop her dream. She's sharing what got her through and how this strengthened her resilience and resolve she built over the years while developing her business to be in a calmer footing to work through the COVID-19 shutdown business challenge. And as a little side note, this was a pre-taped Zoom interview, and the audio quality may vary, but the advice of these two ladies is priceless. So see what they have to say. Welcome on Smart Sustainability, both of you. I am really excited to have you both on because I think this is a very special time, a very important time, and I think that both of you have an incredible amount of advice and insight and hopefully some resources to share with our viewers and help people move forward with that. And when I say about people, I mean particularly businesses. As you know, we're coming out of the COVID-19 shutdown, more or less. So businesses have resumed also more or less, most of them in a limited capacity. So a lot of people ask themselves, well, I'm a business owner. How do I move past what's ahead of me, what's next, and what's available? So I want to talk about it from two perspectives. A personal business perspective is in terms of, is this the time to follow your dream further or push for it? And then also from a funding perspective, if you are in business or if you're thinking about going in business, where can you get the funding and what's out there to help you and tap into resources? Okay. So let me ask you, let's start first here. What do you think or what you know from your clients people are grappling with most right now coming out of the shutdown? I'm going to start with you, Ovida.
Well, from everything I've heard, what people are really struggling with right now is how to get back on track and how to fund their businesses. They've lost so much money. Many people have received loans, have gotten unemployment for themselves and their employees, but just as many people have not. Some people have received nothing. And so, in terms of their small businesses, they don't know where to turn because they fill out all the paperwork with SBA and with the banks. Some have great credit, and yet they're not getting the level of money that they feel they need to stay in business. So, those are two things. And then there's the mental aspect of being at home all this time and now being thrown back into the job.
Yeah.
And they certainly have to try to get themselves together mentally because they've been at home. Maybe for some, longer than they've ever been at home since they were kids. You know, they had the summer jobs and then they had work study in college, and then they came out and they had student loans. So this may have been the longest break many people have had, and they're struggling with it.
Yep, absolutely. So, in terms of, well, I'm going to go to you first, Laura. What is your feel? So, you've been in business for a while. In fact, you have an amazing story as to how you started your business. Why don't you give us an overview on that first, please?
Oh my God, how much time do we have?
Oh, we'll keep it
I
short,
mean,
but just the journey. I know you've been in business for 15 years.
longer than that. Actually, it's like 19 going on. Well, since 2002.
So there you go. So 2002, beginning of 2000s, and you had quite an amazing story for starting your business. Please give us your background.
Well, I was someone that I was in a business where I traveled around the world and, you know, I had to look a certain way. And I had lost my hair at first at the age of 15. And I did not like what was available in terms of wigs and hair pieces that they had. They were always so bulky and big and cheap looking. So I set out across the globe to find something that I would like that looks natural. That's pretty much how I got the idea. And I actually started the research for this company in 1998. So I was doing research for quite a few years. And it took me a long time to break into the level that I currently am right now. But it was very, very difficult. But I knew that was my path. And I knew that there was no footprints already laid ahead of me. I had to go and make my own. And that took a lot of guts, courage, just a belief in what I was doing. And did it always work out? No. I probably failed more times often than I want to admit, but it was necessary because it made me think, okay, this didn't work, let me try this. So what I'm glad about and what I have going for me is probably staying power, because I believed in it. And I just knew that I was presenting this product from a different angle, a different way. In other words, I didn't reinvent the wheel, but at the same time, I did, reinvent the color of it, the size of it, whatever have you. But it took quite some time. My story is that I didn't really start making any money until 2013, 2014, and
Yeah, I was going to ask you actually how long it took you until you made money. Now, when you say you didn't make any money, you mean you didn't break even until then, or you didn't make profit until then?
I made no money. I had to go back to school. I had to work. I had to do things to take care of myself. And I had a young daughter. So there were a lot of challenges there.
Yep.
And I still remember them. That's why to this day I remain exceptionally humble because that experience definitely made me take a look at, things when they didn't go so right. I mean, people want to get in business, and some people think it's an overnight success. There's money there, there's resources there. I can tell you there are resources, but they're not. A lot of them not going to give you any money.
So when you think about, you started back in 2002 and you didn't make any money until 2013, but you had all the staying power and the vision to move forward with that. When you look at coming out of the shutdown now, COVID-19, how does that make you feel going forward? Are you nervous about the future? Do you think you're in a better footing now going forward because you've been through such a journey? Or do you think that the market environment has changed a lot where you actually now get some footing, or are you expecting more a reverse effect on that?
You know what? I really believe it's your product. Unfortunately, people are not going to stop getting cancer. Unfortunately, people are not going to stop medical hair loss. I've seen at this date so many reasons why people lose their hair, and hair is important. And I believe in the product that I have because it's very technology advanced. As a matter of fact, for your audience, I don't mind saying I am wearing one of my wigs.
Yes, that would have been my next question. I was actually going to ask you, is this one of your wigs?
Wearing one of my wigs. I love wigs, but I believe and I'm very fortunate to have committed to something, a product that people actually really need. And it makes people feel better. It makes them feel good. I mean, I've had people over the years to thank me for doing what I'm doing because it really makes them feel like themselves again. So unfortunately, during this economic challenging time, people still need hair. So, I'm fortunate that I picked a product or chose a product that a lot of people are still in need of, in spite of, the economics, the downturn, what's going on in American economic society today.